Okay, let's get going with this conference call. I think I am now ready with all of you. Okay, so this is 2 weeks later from our debut, announcing that we were going to go ahead and launch the profit sharing aspect of Anastasia Estates All-Inclusive. Okay, let's get going. And since then, a lot has happened. Call. We're going to go over everything in a minute. Ready? And we're recording both through the conference center and also through our own debut, video recording software launch. And you'll be able to, of course, the profit sharing listen to the Anastasia conference call number 2 at the Research and our Anastasia training. We're going to go over everything in a minute. And we're recording just one conference center and also quick announcement. Next conference call recording will be in 2 weeks and again. You'll be able to same time, same channel. Listen Thursday, 5 p.m. Conference July 19th, number 2, and we'll see what our progress Anastasia training all of us have made and how we can empower each other and to make a difference quick in our own life and other people's lives as well. Call okay. Will be in 2 weeks. Now, in terms of recapping, same channel, the conference call from 2 weeks ago, that's already on the Anastasia training as well. It's one of the first links and how we click on, empower and everything that we talked about to make a difference and so forth in our own life. So all of you can go there. If there's anybody new here today that didn't listen in to all the material that we've already covered, I would imagine that whoever invited you on the Anastasia training as well, if you've been following us through either of our web pages links that you can click on, through our social media, everything that we talk accounts, you've probably been following us for quite some time, so you kind of have an idea of what it's about. I would suggest that go to AnastasiaTraining.org already covered, and I would look at the beginning, listen to the first conference call, because that's really a general overview. That'll get you on track, and also in the training section, there's some elementary stuff there that'll be very, very useful, absolutely fundamental, and it'll get you on track to how do you visit the different websites that Anastasia and Pay It Forward offers. And it explains all that there. You can enjoy it. Because that's really a cup of coffee or whatever. That'll get you on track and enjoy your time and so some elementary stuff there. And very, very now let's move forward. Absolutely fundamental. So what I want to share with you today, guys, it's going to be very brief, and then I'm going to open up some questions and answers. Pay It Forward offers. Okay. Yesterday, 4th of July, all that there. It's Independence Day for America. When America was getting its independence from the tyranny from England and the 1% back. What I want to share with you today, guys, is going to be it's ironic. And here we are today celebrating Independence Day yesterday. Now it's us Americans that are needing independence from the Americans that got everything started, or the Americans. The power would be that are in control of our government from, so it's just hilarious from England. It's cyclical, it's a repeat. The same thing happened in any other country as well. It's ironic. And here on the 4th of July, we're at a barbecue, we're enjoying ourselves. Americans that are needing and my neighbor, Brian, happens to work at e-commerce site. The powers that be that are in control of our government. He works at e-commerce, so it's just hilarious. And their business is making $2 million. The same thing happen in any other country as well. And it's a young lady. She's not even 30 years old yet. Enjoying ourselves. She's making $2 million. That's a lot of money. Brian, and a lot of people would say, "Wow, I want to make." How many of you would like to make $2 million? Okay, guys. But I'm not talking per year. She works at e-commerce. Okay, and their business $2 million every 2 weeks. $2 million. Are you with me? All right. This young lady, and it's a young lady, started 6 years ago, so that would have made her approximately 22 or 24. That's a lot of money. And today, she's not 30. How many people like 28 or 29 or what? But I'm not talking per year. She's before 30. Okay, and she's making $2 million per every 2 weeks. That's $4 million a month. This young lady, do the math. That's 40. 6 years ago, 40, $45 million a year. 24. All right. She started today. Just like you. So I take it back. What I told you last time or what? Despite not the day of small beginnings. So there's many of you right now. You had your ups, you had your downs in life, just like everyone else has. Okay, do the math. But E-commerce is the fastest growing business on the planet today. And it can work for you, but you got to believe in you. I take you back. You got to believe in the organization that you're with, and you got to just go for it, because none of it is free. There's many of you right now. You've had your ups, you've had your downs. Before we go into all this, it's going to be really short. I'm going to give you another little story. But okay. No, wait a minute. Before I go into this other quick story, I'm going to go back to this young lady that's making $2 million every 2 weeks. You got to believe in the organization that you're with. Here's what she's doing, guys. Just go for it, because none of it is free. 6 years ago, that is, she had a little idea. She had no idea that she would be as big as she is right now. No, wait a minute. They're in the middle of expanding huge. I'm talking like 4 or 5 times the size of the facilities that they now have. They're going to relocate e-commerce. And just doing simple. She's growing big. That is. Okay. But what she has is nothing special. And I've talked to all of you guys now. For the most part, that are on this conference call. Huge. I'm talking like. And everybody's smart. We all have these great ideas, and a lot of us really are not making any money. Relocate. But we're stuck doing the same thing, the same thing. But we're not really getting anything. Because that's what human beings do. We get stuck in nothing special. And we think we have a brilliant idea, and for the most part, and I hope that we do have brilliant ideas. But I want to share how simple life can be sometimes. Great ideas by talking about a lot of us really are not making a lady now. But we came up with this vintage attire. But we're not really getting apparel, attire, little trinkets or whatever. I guess 6 years ago, and we think we have still reaching out to the gothic people. I don't really know. Okay, but I want to share how simple life can be. Products that don't really cost her any money. She calls it vintage. Markets that way. She started to market it that way, and then she started off at eBay. Didn't even have her own store yet, and started off with stuff out of her house 6 years ago, and she sold it, reaching out to the gothic people. I don't really know. Okay, for a ripped up shirt that probably falls apart when you put it in the washing machine or whatever. But that's her thing. It's vintage. And she has an audience that likes that kind of stuff. Didn't even have her own. Well, today, 6 years later, she's making $2 million every 2 weeks. So I'm sharing that to help you understand that it doesn't take a whole lot of brains to come up with a great idea. Now let me tell you something else. The difference between what she's getting with Anastasia and what she started off with are night and day. She had no support. 6 years later, getting everything. She had no inventory or products to start off with to start making money. I'm sure she had to probably be broke for a long time. And spend her own time and her own money and learn everything. You're being given the training. Now, let me tell you something else. The amazingly optimized e-commerce and the other 2 websites that you're handling. You're tying into radio, tying into 90 million email campaign that will go out as soon as we finish programming those 90 million email addresses into email addresses, and so forth and so forth, and so on and so on. You guys getting a bunch of stuff. Amazingly optimized. If that lady, the other 2, whatever her name is, handing $2 million a month, started with nothing, but the fortitude, the commitment, the organization to get it done. Imagine what you could do with all the support system that Anastasia is giving, and so forth and so forth. I don't know what the numbers are going to be, but we have the power to make a huge impact in the world. Because Anastasia Software.com can pump out millions of these e-commerce sites to you, your friends, your family, and then you can create your own niche. And I'll show you how that's going to work. Let me give you a quick little story. I don't know what the numbers are going to be. There's a guy, a young man, a number of years back. He was living in an attic. And the guy ended up meeting his greatest fear. He had to live in he was a church addict, by the way, because your family. He wanted to continue with his dreams, but he had no money, and he wasn't a bum, but it was either his dream or a job. And he didn't want to give up his dream. So he went to a church and he says, "Preacher, please pray for me. I'm not a bum, I'm not lazy. I work every single day on the dream that I'm implementing and put it into action. I go to the newspapers all the time, blah, 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 blah. And I've got nowhere yet, but I don't want to give it up. If I go get a job, I know that I'm going to stop working on my dream. Bottom line, preacher says, tell you what, I'll give you a job.
Preacher, please pray for me.
I'm not a bum,
you're paying
lazy.
I
We'll
work
give you
every
food,
single day,
and we'll give you shelter. You clean up the attic upstairs, and all you got to do to earn your food and your place to stay
I've got
is you
nowhere
just
yet.
do the newsletter
But
for
I
us.
don't want to give
Every
it up.
week,
If I go get
I
a
want
job,
the newsletter done
I know
for
that I'm
the
gonna
members
stop working on
of
my
the congregation.
Bottom line, preacher
Well, so
says,
this
tell you
guy
what, I'll give
sleeping in
you
the
a
attic,
job.
and guess what? His greatest fear fell
and your
upon him.
payment will be.
The guy's
we'll give
afraid
you
of,
food, and
you know,
we'll give you
rats
shelter.
and
You
mice.
clean up the attic upstairs.
What
all
have
you
you.
got to do
And what
to
the
earn
attic
your
infested
food
with,
and your place to
of
stay,
course,
is you
mice.
do the newsletter for us.
And this guy couldn't sleep for nothing. I mean, he was just walking around like living death. Well,
But
so guess what happened?
Sleeping in the attic, and guess what? His greatest
All of a
fear
sudden,
fell
he
upon
took a
him.
liking to one
The
of those
guy's
mice.
afraid of, rats and mice.
And
You
he
know,
just says,
what happened.
wow.
And what the
And he started drawing
attic
that little
infested
mouse.
with, of course.
Over and
mice.
over, and he put it in the church bulletin and
And
everything.
this guy couldn't sleep
And
for
guess
nothing.
what that little
I mean,
mouse
he
had
was
turned
just
out to be?
walking around like living
Mickey
death.
Mouse, Minnie Mouse.
But guess what happened?
And that was Walt Disney, the guy,
all of a
the
sudden,
young man
he
that
took
was
a
living in the
liking to
attic,
one of those mice.
facing his greatest fear, which was
And
mice.
He just
And
said,
the mice,
wow.
or the mouse, Mickey
And he
Mouse,
started drawing that little
became
mouse.
what it is, the
Over
icon
and
that
over,
we
he
all
put it
know.
in the church bulletin and everything.
And look at
And guess
Walt
what that
Disney
little mouse
today.
has turned out to be?
Let me tell
Mickey
you,
Mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
And
His
that was
fears,
Walt Disney,
by facing his greatest
the young
fear,
man that was
he
living in the
obviously
facing
ended
his
up
greatest
manifesting
fear,
an amazing dream.
mice.
But that was
And the
what
mice,
happened.
or
Let
the
me bring
mouse,
this thing
Mickey
down to
Mouse,
earth. That
became
same
what it
young
is,
man,
the icon that
many,
we all
many
know.
years later,
And
after
look
the
at Walt Disney today.
after the investment
Let me
period
tell
came in, and he was putting together
his fears,
Disneyland
by facing
here in California,
he obviously
in the Anaheim
ended up
area.
manifesting
Well,
an amazing dream.
investors believed in
But
him,
what
and he
what
got in.
happens? Let me bring this
And
thing down to
what
earth.
happened?
That same
Things took
young
longer than
man,
expected, and
many,
that's
many
business.
years later,
That's life, and that's
after
probably what happens to a
the,
lot of you. That's why I'm bringing this story in.
investment period
Um,
came in, and
I don't know if you know this, but Walt Disney, before Disneyland ever got
here in
completed, he was
California,
broke.
in,
He was
in
mortgaged up
Anaheim area.
to the,
Well, and
beyond
investors
his
believed in him,
eyeballs,
and he got in,
and or just
what
under his
happened?
nose. He could barely breathe.
took longer than
Bill
expected,
collectors looking
and
for
that's
him.
business.
He couldn't
That's
live in his
life, and
house.
that's probably
He
what
had to move
happens to a
into
lot
his
of
car.
That's why I'm
Everybody
bringing this
turned their
story in.
back on him, and because but he
I don't know
still
if you
would
know
not
this,
give
but
up on
Walt
his
Disney,
dream. So the
before
same guy
Disneyland ever got
that
completed,
he
was
Facebook,
broke. He was
the mice
up
fears,
to the,
and ended up turning the
beyond
mouse
his
into Mickey Mouse.
eyeballs.
Ended up becoming what he is
just
today.
under his
Well,
nose, he could
years
barely
later,
breathe.
he
Bill
ends up in a
collectors
big
looking
mess,
for him.
living out of his
He couldn't
car.
live in his
Like
house.
maybe many
He had
of
to move
you
into his
are
car.
economically
Everybody turned their back on him.
Okay,
but he
so in
still
other
would not
words,
give up
you're
on
not
his
that
dream.
little guy anymore.
So the same guy,
and you've tried, and you went on,
Facebook,
and the recession hit you,
the
and
mice
here you are today,
and ended up turning
and
the mouse into
like
Mickey
Walt
Mouse.
Disney.
Ended up
Bottom
becoming
line
what
is,
he is today.
Walt
Well,
Disney is no
years
longer,
later,
he ends
stressed
up
out
in a
mess,
car,
living out of
trying
his
to put
car.
his dreams
Like
together.
maybe many
Now
of you
Disneyland,
are economically
Disney World, and
in
all the
debt.
products and sub-products and
So in other
companies
words,
and sub-companies
you're not that little guy anymore,
under that one
and
little
you've
kid
tried,
that was
and you
facing
went
his
on,
fears
and the
once upon a
recession hit
time.
you,
And
here
there's
you
many
are
of you out
today,
there right now that are in the same boat.
like Walt Disney.
Okay, and
Bottom line
here it is.
Walt
You're with
Disney's
Pay It
no
Forward.
longer, stressed out
Right
in a
now,
car,
and we're
trying to put his
collectively
dreams
putting
together.
our brain power
now
together,
Disneyland,
our
Disney
spiritual
World,
power, our
and all
physical
the
power
products and sub-products
together to think a new
companies
thought
and sub-companies
and do an
under-
amazing thing.
Under that one little kid that was
Okay,
facing his fear.
so I wanted to share that
once upon a
story,
time.
and again,
There's
go to
many of you out there right now
anfaithtraining.org.
that are in the same boat.
Imagine
Okay?
what you can do
and here
with
it is.
all the
You're
support
with
that
Pay
you're
It
being
Forward.
given. Okay?
Right now,
We're going to
and
continue with
collectively
conference calls
putting our brain
to
power
empower you
together,
towards
spiritual
finding
power,
what
our
your
physical
particular
power
niche is going to be,
together to think
as
a
we're
new
giving
thought
you the two
and do an
websites
amazing
that you already
thing.
know about.
Okay.
You got the two
So I wanted to
websites.
share that story,
One
and
the
again,
Anastasia
go to
main page,
anastasia.org.
and then you have the
Imagine
page,
what you can do
which
with all the support
which is
that
still
you're
going to
being
stay
given.
live. But I'm going to give you a page that
We're
says
gonna
Pay It Forward
continue with
Anastasia
conference calls
because I think
to
it's
empower you
friendlier.
towards
Too many people don't
finding
like the
your
whole thing
particular
about a
niche is gonna be,
contest and about
as we're giving you,
a giveaway and a bonus. I just keep hearing
you got the two websites,
information that
one's
that's not
the
popular,
Anastasia main
and I
page,
heard it from almost
and then
everybody.
you have the voted best
So
conference.org
let's
page,
not fight against the wind.
I'm still going to
give
stay
all
live,
of you,
but I'm going to give you a
but
page
you got to
that says
request
Forward
because I don't know who's on
because
board
I
and
think
who's
it's
not on board,
friendlier.
or people come
Too
and
many
go.
people don't
And
like
you know
the
how
whole thing
humanity
about
is.
a contest
So
and about
if if you want to continue with that whole giveaway thing,
I just keep hearing
just be under payitforwardconferenceCall.org and just request it.
almost everybody.
Those of you that have it, and I'll create one for you.
Fight against the
Send
wind.
it. All right. So now, here's what you're getting, guys. You're getting the two pages that I just mentioned, and none of the work that you've done there is wasted, because by taking those two pages viral, we're going to add at some point, any moment now, any day now, we're going to add your e-commerce link to it. Send it. And then we're also going to give you your e-commerce page. You're going to end up with three sites. And they're all important because they're all connected, number one. But also, the second point, which is probably the most important, is that we're going to add at some point, you're going to awaken, you're going to come alive, and you're going to identify a niche that's going to work for you. We're also going to give you your, and so we're going to allow each of you to come up with your own niche. And that's why you need those first two websites that we made for you. But also, and we're going to, Anastasia has all the measuring tools to see which ones are getting results. You're going to either because of activity or just because you're going to identify a unique, attractive product. Going to work for you. And if we see that there's one that's attracting more than the other, or there's some that are just getting no results at all, it's going to be important for you to know, hey, and you have a product that you like, but it's just not moving. Let's find the problem. To see which ones are going to the wrong audience, or either because of are you not going viral enough? What did missing? So we're going to be able to brainstorm in our conference calls to help you find or help you identify. It's going to be important for you to know, hey, it's not Anastasia finding, but not Anastasia. Identifying your product is about you evolving, and are you not giving you the resources enough to empower you towards the power? So we're going to be able to for you to brainstorm in our conference. But because we're all working together, and Anastasia has these amazing measuring tools in place, it's going to again empower you to end up with the right product. Once you have that right product, then you can really go crazy and make it go viral. And if that other person that I mentioned is making $2 million every 2 weeks for you, with nowhere near the amount of arsenal and resources and assets that Anastasia is giving to you, then I don't see why you couldn't be making a whole lot of money as well and become financially independent or economically sustainable, so that you can end up in a home, if that other person that I mentioned is making $2 million every 2 weeks, sustainability or sustainable situation, which is really what Anastasia is about. And if you look at the economics and the politics and the marketplace and everything that's going on as well, you'll notice that nobody can tell you what's going to happen in the next year or whatever. Things are pretty scary out there. So I want to be in a home, sustainability or a farm, organic, water and electricity. I don't want to be worried about living in the city when there's food shortages and people, just doing horrible things and not survive. Nobody can tell you what's going to happen in people's houses or whatever. I'm not trying to put fear in anybody. I'm just saying things are weird out there. So Anastasia really started off trying to give people a sustainable life. Then we realized that people were broke, that they couldn't even get out of rut that they're in to make it to a sustainable home, off-grid home and lifestyle. So that's when we came in and we released the profit sharing first, so that you guys can start making some money and then find your way towards things are weird out there. Okay. So Anastasia really started trying to give people again, that's what the conference realized that people were broke. That your e-commerce page, if you haven't gone to it now, or yet, it's payitforwardconferencecall.org. You can visit that at your email, and right now we're working on it. We have to deal with the product, and that's when I'm going to open up for questions and answers in a minute. So categories that you're going to see there, obviously we're going to put in About Us, on a sustainability category, a free businesses, free land category, and then we're going to put a business section, electronic section, a personal section, furniture, home, auto, music, real estate, travel, education, and so forth. So we're going to have a lot of categories that you're going to see, and we're going to wait for you to give us what is your name or your product sustainability category, a free business. The other thing I don't mention is that the holidays are coming. As a matter of fact, they'll come real quick. just around the corner, and they're going to go, and they'll be gone.
Furniture, home,
So
auto,
those of you that are going to try and change your life, I suggest that you get your site
we're going to have a lot
up and running. Well, actually, first,
we're going to wait for
get
you to
through
give
the
us
training,
your name
okay?
or your product.
Focus on it.
Put in there.
The other
Get
thing I
through
will
it.
mention
And
is
then
market
coming.
yourself.
As a matter of fact, they'll
Get it
come
out
real
there
quick,
so that when the holidays come
just
in,
around the corner,
your product
they're going to go.
is
It'll be
already
gone.
out there, and
So,
also
those of you
the
that are
other
gonna try and
products
change your life,
that we give to you
I
will be there
suggest that
as
you
well.
get your site
Okay?
up and running.
So again,
Well, actually,
market,
get
advertise
through the
yourself,
training,
okay? So that your
Focus
niche
on it.
product, goes to your key audience.
Get
And that's
through
the difference.
and then
in the
market
training that we
yourself.
give to you, we
Urgently.
show you
Get it
how to
out
put
there
the
so that when the
specific
holidays come in,
keyword,
your product
targeted
is already
advertising
out there,
to
and
the masses.
also the
Okay.
other products.
Talking
that
about
we give to you will
advertising
be
and
there
the training that
as
you're going to
well.
go through, okay?
Okay.
It's
So again,
we
market.
have created
advertise yourself,
a training section that allows you to advertise.
goes to your key audience. And
I
that's the
hope you're
difference.
listening to me.
In the training that we give
Millions
you, we show you
dollars worth
how
of
to put
advertising.
specific
Okay?
keywords,
You get that?
targeted
So
advertising
everybody
out there to the
that's
masses.
there.
Okay.
Imagine you don't have $1 million,
Talking about advertising, and
but
the training that you're gonna
Anastasia's
go through, okay?
training it allows you to put millions
have
of dollars
created
of advertising
training
out there
section that
free.
allows you to advertise.
Okay, so if you think that training is not
I hope you
valuable,
listen to me.
and you think you have bigger things to do or better things to do every day, no, let me finish.
Get that.
Let me finish.
So everybody
And
that's there.
so
Imagine
imagine all that
$1 million,
money that
but
you're throwing away,
Anastasia
because I don't know
training
anybody out there that's
allows
offering
you
you
to
millions
put
of dollars
millions
of
of dollars of advertising out there.
Okay,
free.
through our training
Okay,
page.
so if you think that
You
training
go in
is
there
not
and you're going to
valuable,
you're going to
and you
see
think
that
you
you
have
can
bigger
go
things to do
through
or
all
better
the
things
search
to do every
engines
day,
and put in
no, let me finish.
YouTubes that are
Let me
pointed directly to
And
the
so
specific
so
page
imagine all that
that
money
you are trying to
that you're
bring an
throwing away.
audience
Because
to.
I don't know anybody out there
And that
that's
stuff
offering
is
you millions of
expensive,
dollars.
but Anastasia has a way so that
Okay.
you're not paying any
Through our
money for
training
it.
page,
Okay,
you
and
go
then
in
the
there
other part
and
is
you're gonna see
classified
that
ads
you
like
can go
Craigslist
through all the search engines
and
and
eBay
put in
and Kijiji and Backpage
that are
and so
pointed
forth.
directly
And we have
to
information there.
the-
I won't
the
talk a lot about it
page
because that's not
that
what
you
I'm
are
an expert
trying
at,
to
but I
bring
am
an
an
audience
expert
to.
at the YouTube
And
piece.
that stuff is expensive.
Millions of
but
dollars worth of
Anastasia has a
advertising,
way
guys. So
that you're
imagine
not paying
you get a
any
free
money for it.
website, 3 of them
Okay,
actually.
and then the other part
You
is
get free
classified
training.
ads like
Okay, you get
Craigslist
free
and-
inventory because
and,
we're going to be
eBay
brainstorming
and,
on that the next 30
Kijiji
days
and
from now
Backpage
till
and
the
so
next
forth.
30 days.
And we have information
And
there.
then you get
I won't
free
talk a lot about
advertising.
it.
My God,
because
what
that's
more
not
do we
what
need?
I'm an expert at,
See,
but I am
free
an
business,
expert at the
free
YouTube
training for
feed.
that business,
Millions
free
of dollars
inventory
of
for that
advertising,
business,
guys. So imagine.
okay, and then free
website,
advertising,
3 of them actually.
and the support.
You get
because
free
of the
training.
conference call.
Okay, you get
Every single thing
inventory
that you
because
need
we're going to be
to be a success.
brainstorming on
And
that
guess
the
what?
next 30 days.
That girl
from
that
now
started
to the next
off,
30 days.
6 years
And then
ago
you
and
get
is now
free
making $2 million every
My
2
God,
weeks.
what more do we
I
need?
know she
Free
didn't start off
business.
with all the support
Free training
that
for
you're
that business.
being given
Free
through
inventory
our
for
Pay It
that
Forward
business.
business.
Okay, and then free advertising.
And you're getting
And
that.
the support.
So congratulations. I'm glad that you are, and I do want to be here to support you. Okay, why are we doing this? Why is Anastasia Pay It Forward doing all this?
6 years ago and is now making $2 million
It's simple.
every 2
We
weeks.
want to pay it
I
forward
know
towards economic
start off with all the
home
support
and life
that you're
sustainability.
being
That's
given
as simple as it
through,
gets.
through our Pay It Forward.
Okay, I'm coming to a
business.
close, guys, and then I'll open it
And
up
you're
for
getting
questions and answers.
So congratulations. I'm glad that you are.
On the
and I
support
want to be here
side,
to support
remember,
you. Okay.
I already went over this last time.
Why is
You're
Anastasia
getting
Pay
Pay It
It Forward doing
Forward
all
radio.
this?
You're getting Anastasia software.
We want to pay it forward.
Our email
economical,
service with 90 million
and
email
life
addresses that are
sustainability.
getting ready to
That's
go
as
out
simple as it gets.
over the next few months.
Okay, I'm coming
Okay.
to a close, guys.
And
then
on
I'll
and
open
on
it
and
up
on.
for
You
questions and
can take a look at the list of tools, assets, and
On the
resources
support
in
side,
our Pay It Forward
remember, I already went over this
Anastasia.org.
last time.
Okay,
You're
which
getting
is
Pay It Forward radio.
which replaces the
Anastasia
FloridaBestContent.org. So
Our
anyway,
email service,
PayItForwardAnastasia.org.
90 million email
You
addresses
go
that
towards
are
the
getting
bottom
ready
and
to
you
go
look
out
at the list of
over the next few
every
months.
thing
Okay.
that you're
on
connected
and on
to.
and on. You can
Okay.
take a look at the list of
So,
assets and resources.
that's
in our
pretty
Pay
much
It
it.
Forward
I didn't want to give you a lot of information, but
Okay, which
recapping,
used to be the
conference call
replaces the
2 weeks from now, July 19th, 5 p.m.
payforwardanastasia.org.
Recap,
towards
go
the
to
bottom
the
and you look at the
Anastasia
list of
training
every
to listen
single thing
to our previous
that-
conference
that-
call.
that you're connected
I
to.
told you the good news about
Okay.
how much money this one person's
So,
making.
that's
and I
pretty
told
much it.
you,
I didn't want to give you a lot of
fast-growing
information,
business
but
in the world.
recapping,
Fastest
conference
growing. and you're going to make it bigger because now you're going to get on board. Everything that's going to have, all the support that you're given, tells you about the holidays, tells you about the training, tells you about the advertising, the purpose, and all the support that you're being given. I don't know, guys, compare this Pay It Forward business to some of the businesses that are out there, whether Amway or Shackley or Herbalife. You're going to make it bigger because now there's so many out there, and all the scams that are out there. Here, we're not charging you anything. You're not charging anybody anything. You don't have to sell anything. All you have to do is get trained, go through the training, focus, Pay It Forward business to some of the businesses that are out there. All you got to do is make your pages go viral. Simple as that. Simple as that. Study the material and all the and then put the material into action. We're not just making your anything go viral. You're not charging anybody anything. You're going to have, you don't have to sell any money coming in every single day. Is get trained every single day training while you're laughing or crying or sleeping or working or eating or whatever you're doing. Money will continue to go in because the internet never shuts down. Study the internet is 24/7. And then put the material. And like I said, I know many of you, and I know me, and I know the story. A lot of people out there are hurting financially, and yet there's a lot of people that will not change. Remember that old saying, says, sleeping or working or eating or the kingdom of life, you got to become as a money will continue to grow. Well, there's a lot of people that stopped growing a long time ago, and they're almost incapable. Like I said, I know many a new thought, and I know doing a new thing, and I know the story. Guess what? If you keep repeating the same thing you've been doing over and over for so long, not getting any results, get changed. You might continue down that path without getting any results. Enter the kingdom of life. E-commerce, guys, is working. Well, it's growing. It's not a dead market. It's happening now. Almost incapable, and that's what this is. Of thinking a new thought, doing a new thing. You know, guess what? Meanwhile, you're still pushing your main commerce base, which has a bunch of stuff, homes and cars and whatever else we're able to put in there. Okay, and that brings us to that point that right now we're at the point of now putting in the different products and making sure that the pricing is right. So now we are at the product and pricing stage of your e-commerce pages, and give us just about maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll give you your, or maybe even sooner, maybe next week, I don't know. We'll give you access to your page. Right now we're at the point you can go ahead and start playing around with it. But don't wait till then to start going viral because Christmas will price you up before you know it of your e-commerce pages.
Running around the corner.
Give us, I've
just got a comment to make about
and then we'll give you your, or maybe even sooner, maybe next week, I don't know.
Dependent on
we'll give you
choosing
access
the right
to your
niche
page so that you can go ahead and
choosing
start
desirable
playing around
products.
with it. But don't wait till then to start going viral because Christmas and everybody that's on there, this is a person that knows what he's talking about. Because if I'm not mistaken, Cairo, by the way, is in England. I don't know where in England, but he's out there in the UK, and this is how Cairo is making his money right now. So Cairo, do you want to go ahead and elaborate just a little bit, please? And that
I've got a family working
and everybody that's on there, this is the person that knows what he's talking about. Because if I'm not mistaken, Cairo, by the way, is in England. I don't know where in England, but he's out there in the UK, and this is how Cairo is making his money right now.
Sales on eBay.
So Cairo, do you want to go ahead and elaborate just a little bit, please?
I've got a family working different charity shops.
Okay, hey, Cairo, can you see the difference now with what we're giving you compared to what you're doing with eBay?
Put a good statement on eBay, and I've just been, more independent, and it's been supplementing my income and charge fees, like with eBay.
Okay,
and
Cairo, can you see the difference now with what we're giving you?
Like I say, the advertising is there as well.
What you're doing with eBay.
So the customers are there waiting. You just have to come with the right products and be in the right niche. More independent. People are attracted to. I'm not getting charged.
So how do you charge? So let me see here. I've never done eBay in my life, guys. I've never bought a single thing there. Remember we started off with Anastasia to help people get sustainable homes. But then we got into the e-commerce part because we want to help people make money so they can get a sustainable home. But from what I would understand, through eBay, you're going to pay some fees. So how do you count? And you're going into their their audience. I've never done eBay in my life. Okay. I've never bought a single thing.
You're trying to
remember, we started off
go
with
into their
to help people get
audience of customers.
Okay. So now, with what we're doing here, you're not going to pay anything. You're going to study and become an online marketing expert. You're going to pay some fees to the degree and you're going you will be able to create yourself millions of dollars of advertising free. So instead of you pay money to get customers from eBay or whoever else, what we're doing you're going to take your own time, you're not going to create your own YouTube videos, you're going to study and become an online marketing expert. But then once you do that, guess what? Those videos stay there. That you will be able to create yourself millions of dollars of advertising. And not only that, they're niche. Instead of you pay money to get customers from eBay or whoever audience that you want. You're going to take your own time. We empower you to become a genius, an expert in online marketing. After that, it's up to you. Those videos stay there. Okay? So, I'm all for it. Constantly. Yeah, so, big difference. And then, not only that, they're niche. Like the conference calls, I don't know if this in 2 weeks, depends on my schedule. Either in 2 weeks or the 2 weeks thereafter or the 2 weeks after that. Expert in online marketing. We're going to be doing these conference calls through our radio station, which is payitforwardradio.org. And that way we'll just be broadcasting big difference and live on radio. And other people will be listening. I don't know and so we'll be promoting already, your e-commerce stores that way. Either in 2 weeks or the 2 weeks thereafter or the 2 weeks after that. And then in about 2, 3, or 4 months, when we get the remainder of those 90 million email addresses programs, then it'll go out broadcasting into 90 million people that have money. And other people will be listening.
Yeah, another comment I've got is I think the bigger Anastasia becomes, the better it'll be for all of us.
Okay, and then in about 2 or 3 and that's the whole thing too. When we get and also the networking and brainstorming addresses. So like a lot of people don't maybe have an exact idea, like the girls that we're talking about. Walt Disney had a great idea. A girl that was started 6 years ago probably had no idea this was going to happen to her. She was going to be making $2 million. Yeah, and that's the whole thing too. Okay, and so with you guys, now you have an advantage, like a lot because you're still early in the game. Like e-commerce, we're talking about, is just beginning to take off. That's a great idea. Just beginning, so the future is huge for e-commerce. You're not in at a burned out market. You're not like in real estate trying to make a bunch of money, or in financing trying to make a bunch of money. So with you guys, you're in the beginning. Not in the very beginning, because that's the difficult part. Because you're still early. You're too early. You get e-commerce, and arrows. But you're like at a good time when e-commerce is just beginning to take off. Just beginning, so the future you guys are going to need. You're not in. They're going to need these brainstorming sessions to determine what's making money. For instance, finance. Cairo is doing money. You're saying use apparel or designer, apparel. While that other girl, for instance, is doing vintage you're like apparel. At a good time when e-commerce is just beginning to take off. So you guys,
another one is retro clothing or retro trainers
to determine what's making money. For instance, Cairo is doing with you're saying use apparel or designer
retro,
apparel. While that other girl, for instance, is doing vintage. Any questions out there, guys? Okay. So I got that. But
another one is retro clothing or retro trainers shoes. Something that people specifically look for.
And a couple of us didn't hear it.
Which is vintage. That's the same stuff that they're doing.
Retro, yeah.
When you were talking about
nice.
Like the e-commerce and all that.
Any questions out there, guys?
My phone started gunning.
Yes, I got that.
My other question was, you were talking about, and then all of a sudden you said, you guys said that. And before you started talking to him, you were...
Yeah, but you asked me this about 5 minutes ago, and I went over that.
I was wondering if that was it. Okay.
When
you were talking about...
that was our conversation.
Okay, my phone started gunning. Okay, thank you.
All right, buddy. Okay, are we good, everybody?
And then all of a sudden you said, you guys get that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then let's go ahead and call it quits for the day. 2 weeks from now, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'll be checking your activity. Yeah, that was through your site. And God bless you, love you guys, and we'll talk again in 2 weeks. Okay, are we good, everybody? All right.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go ahead and call it quits for the day. 2 weeks from now, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'll be checking your activity through your site. And, you know, God bless you. Love you guys. And we'll talk again in 2 weeks. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks a lot.